If you're looking to make your projects go quicker, in this video I'm going to show you my top tips for speed sewing. Now the first one may sound a little scary, it's not, I promise, once you get used to it, and that is to not use clips, just use pins. Recently there's been a great fashion and want for clips rather than pins, and if you're just sewing cottons then you can definitely just use pins, or even my best tip is to not use pins at all. Use as few pins as you can. Taking out those pins as you're sewing is going to slow you down, but it's worth noting you need to be quite confident with this. It just takes practice though. Tacking tricky fabrics is going to help you and it's going to speed up the process. If you do have to use pins or clips, tacking them, as long as it's not something like leather or cork, which you obviously can't do that with, then it's going to make it quicker, especially if you've got a tricky stretch fabric or you've got something that's difficult to get into under the machine. And on a similar note, you should also always tack zips into stretchy fabrics. I've got a video on all my top tips for stretch and I'll pop that on the screen right now if you want some more information on it. Choosing the right needle for your project is going to really help you in the long run. Sorting out tension issues and needles breaking, thread snapping, all of that kind of thing is going to really slow you down. So know your needles, know which needle you need for your project, and then you won't have those issues. If you need to make more than one project, then definitely batch your work. So if you're doing 10, you cut out all 10 at once, and then you sew the first step of the project all at once, and the second step, and so on, and it will make it quicker, I promise. Chain sewing your pieces as they go through the machine is really going to speed up your process. Not stopping to have to cut, it's going to make it quicker. Another way to speed up your sewing process is to have your scissors on a ribbon around your neck. It means that you're not looking for your scissors all the time and they're straight there. You can speed up your sewing. At the beginning of your project, you want to get all the things you're going to need to hand. I really recommend a wheelie trolley. I'll link to one in the description below. They're really great for having all of your tools on the top, and then you can have your projects on the underlayers as well. Having really sharp tools for your cutting process is really going to speed up the process. You're not going to have to cut it twice, 3 times by going over that tricky area. So having some blades for your rotary cutter to hand, spare blades, and also having a scissor sharpener is a great little tool to have as well to keep your scissors really nice and sharp. Another top tip is to mark the wrong side of your fabric. Sometimes the fabric is really tricky to see which is the right side and which is the wrong side. And if you just put a chalk line on the wrong side, you're going to know quickly and easily which side is the wrong and the right side, to speed up the whole process. Another thing I sometimes do is, if it's really tricky to make it super obvious, is to put a safety pin on the wrong side as well. And here's a bonus tip for you because you stayed to the end, and that is to write out on little bits of paper and clip them to your pattern pieces which each piece is, so that when you're making it up you can know directly, right, that is my handle of my bag, that is my sleeve of my dress. You're going to know instantly which piece is where and you can piece it all together quickly. I really hope you've enjoyed my top tips for sewing faster, and I hope you're able to implement them soon. On the screen right now, there's some great videos that I think is going to help you sew quicker and faster, lots of tips and ideas for your sewing journey. I'll see you on the next video.